So in the last video, Pallavi gave us a tour of her latest project and her latest interior decor project, and it was beautiful and I had so much fun doing it. And in today's video, she is going to give us a few tips on how you can visually enlarge a small space. So tiny little things that if you keep in mind while decorating your house, you will be able to add a few square feet for sure.
Oh yeah, lots more.
So yeah, straight to you, Pallavi. And
yeah, since we all live in flats and apartments these days, and so when I design houses, and these are the things that I recommend to a lot of people. One tip that I would like to tell you, that if your house is under construction, or you are redoing your room, or even if you want to change something in your room, and you have a sliding window, which we have in most cases, and you have a little bit of a ledge which is outside the window, try and pull this entire sliding framework out and add a piece of marble or even wood or granite or whatever, or stone, and that like I've done here, and you can use that space just to sit or to It can be an added space for you.
Of course.
It definitely adds that enough square feet in your room, where you will, when the moment you enter the room, you will feel that it extends beyond the window. So that is one tip that I always.
So push out any ledges, walls, whatever wall you can push out, even a little bit, even this much makes a big difference.
So it makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
Visually.
So yeah, that's one thing. My mom did that in the house that she is in, and we used to always tell her that itni si jagah, why you putting in, but now I realize that mom is always right. Okay, so let's go to the next tip.
The second tip is also for the bedroom, because that's the place where we're always constrained with space, is adding mirrors. Mirrors add a lot of light to the room. It reflects the light. And if it's against the window, it's on the opposite wall of the window, then it's even perfect, because that's where the light comes in and kind of reflects.
And light makes any space look bigger.
Much bigger. Yeah. So a mirror. What I have done here is add a mirror to the wardrobe. And since it's a sliding wardrobe, so I have the liberty to add a mirror on one end and keep the other end wooden. You can add it on openable wardrobe as well. But what I don't suggest is that don't add smaller mirrors, add larger mirrors.
Yeah.
Only then will you be able to get that experience of space. Smaller mirrors can actually look quite
cluttered.
Yes. So a large mirror is always a good option. The third thing is that if you have doors which are laminated or are paintable, always paint them, or you can also paint on laminates, by the way. You can paint them into the same color as the walls. So what happens is, because we have most of our doors open in a passage, the passage looks very long when it's all in the same color. When you have a lot of breakage of color, you tend to get very distracted.
Breaks the space.
Yes.
The same with fashion. I have seen like with saris and stuff. I'm sorry, I'm deviating, but I've seen women wear saris that are idhar se leke niche tak it's a red color, and then here waist to idhar it's a white color. It breaks your legs into pieces and it makes you look shorter. So don't do that in fashion or in interior decor. Don't break things into pieces. Yeah.
I learned a thing here. And the other tip is also with the paint. So when you are painting your rooms, just remember to paint the switchboards. You'll see what I've done here and here. The switchboards are painted the same color as the wall. So anything that stands out on the wall should either be a painting or an artwork or a mirror. Other than that,
it shouldn't be switchboards.
Switchboards are not meant to stand out.
They're an eyesore, they need to be hidden. So that's a very good tip. So
and
so paint the doors and the switchboards and everything in like the color of the wall.
Absolutely. Switchboards, we generally get them in white color, so they stand out a lot. Unless and until your walls are white, which is also
but the switchboard is like a stark white, which
it's got that bluish white tinge, which is ugly.
Yeah.
It also makes your houses way more plush.
Mm-hmm.
So I recommend that you always paint off your switchboards.
Okay.
The other tip is, if you have a balcony, or a patio, which is connected to your living room space, what you should do is put the seating on the wall where you can actually add another seating into your balcony, which is
Like
absolutely
Pallavi has
insane.
done over here.
Yeah, like here. So this kind of expands your seating.
Yeah.
So since this is a small room and there is not much of seating that we have here, when you open up the sliding windows for the balcony, it kind of extends into a long seating, and we also try to keep the walls of the two spaces quite similar. So it makes it look much larger. And of course, when you have a party or you have a few people coming in,
Then
you just open it up.
and it looks like
A huge
big
span of
That's
space.
cool. I never thought of that, but
It's that we used to have false ceilings. We used to bring our ceilings down. Meant because of people not liking seeing tube lights per se, or like bulbs hanging here and there. So they used to like to conceal them. Now, tube lights are a very essential part of Indian homes, and you need that because that adds a lot of general lighting to the space. The other lamps and fixtures are more of a mood and accent kind of lighting. So what I generally do is you'll see that I hide the tubes behind pelmets or in small niches, so you don't see where the light is coming from, and yet you have the light, and that facilitates the fact that we don't have to pull down ceilings. It makes our spaces look much larger.
That's a very clever thing to do. I think I'm gonna do that next time for sure.
And that's the pelmets are something you can just add in any household. Like it doesn't need to be.
It's pretty much there in a lot of houses.
It's there. It's there. Even if you have a rod for your curtains, you can just add a small pelmet.
It looks very nice and it hides the.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so two birds killed with one stone kind of a thing.
And I suggest keep things very light. Add only if you really like dark colors and dark walls. Add one wall which is either textured or dark color or wallpaper like this, and so the highlight can happen, but keep shades very muted. Heavy dark colors in small spaces, it'll just make you feel very trapped. Yourself, so I feel that color has a lot of effect on us emotionally.
It does.
So keep them. You don't need to be going white. People think that white. It's not necessary to be white. You can add grey. You can add pale colors like pale blue and stuff. But they have to be used in moderation to make your spaces look large.
Thank you so much, Pallavi, for so many tips that are pretty much all new to me. I'm sure you guys got a lot of new information to process as well and incorporate in your design. So thank you so much. If you guys have any design related questions, you can ask Pallavi in the comments below, or you could get in touch with her. Her details are in the description box below. And if you have any design projects that you would want her to work on, then you know how to get in touch with her. So thank you, Pallavi, for giving us all these lovely tips. And I will see you in the next video. Give us a thumbs up, leave a comment and subscribe.
Thank you, Abhilasha.